Hello everyone, I am Akhil Gite welcomes you all to another video. In this video, we'll read all the users from our Firebase database and we'll show it on our login screen. So let's start. So we'll go to the login. We'll need to create login activity here. So we'll go to the activity and select empty activity. We'll give the name as login activity. Okay. So login activity has been created. Now we'll create a presenter for this login activity. Interface. I login presenter. Okay, done. So my presenter is created. Now we'll create view as well. So public interface view, which my activity is going to implement interface. Okay. So what my presenter will tell my view is like show first message. First method will be void show loading. Okay, and second will be hide loading or dismiss loading, whatever, like you can give any name. Then once the data is downloaded, also basically activity can tell my presenter to download the data, so I'll add download data in my presenter. And after successful completion of download data, I need to update my adapter. So here update adapter with array list. So I'll be passing new array list, data user and users. Okay, so update a list. So but in case of any error message, my presenter should tell my activity that there is an error. So we'll give one more method as we'll write one more method as show message. Whatever the message is there, we'll provide the message in string format, message basically. So I'm done with my presenter class. So we'll do presenter implementation class. Login presenter implementation. So this presenter implements I login presenter interface. It will implement this download data method, and we'll need to create one variable view, and we'll need to create constructor as well. Okay, so constructor has been created. Okay, so in the download data, we'll need to download the data from the Firebase. So how we are gonna do that? Okay, so first of all, we'll take the Firebase instance. Okay, there is Firebase database. We need this instance. So we'll Firebase database dot get instance. We got Firebase database instance. Now we'll need reference to the database. That is database reference and Firebase dot get reference. So, but I want reference to users. Okay, I'll need to open my console and here. Okay, so it's my okay. So we'll go to the database, and here you'll see last time we registered one user, that was Akhil. So I want reference to this, that is this node users. So we are getting database reference to users. Now I will need to add value event listener on this database reference to read the data. New value event listener, that's it, and semicolon. So by using this method, we'll be reading all the data from the Firebase database. Okay, now we'll loop for database data snapshot tmp in data snapshot. Okay, and then get children. So I'll run this loop and we'll get all the children under users, and I'll just do one thing. I'll dot um, basically get value, and what is the value is like user dot class. So that will be the value inside every children. Inside the user there will be a user value for each children. Okay, so as you can go here, inside users, inside each children there is user. So I'm passing that, and I'll do one thing, create one array list of users as a, and as soon as uh, I create the instance of login presenter implementation and initialize this array list, and I'll add the to my array list users dot add. Okay, so I got all the data now. So I got all the users. So what I'll do after the completion of this for loop, I tell my view to update adapter by passing users. Okay, and here I tell in case my uh, reading functionality got cancelled, so in that case I'll tell my activity show show message has failed to download data. Okay, so before starting before it starts reading, like I'll tell view to start loading, show loading, and here I'll tell it to stop loading, hide loading basically. Okay, so I guess we are done from here. Download data is done, and update is done, hide and show is done. Okay, so now we can go and implement our activity. Okay, so first of all we'll need to create an adapter. Okay, and we'll need to create the recycler view as well. So we'll go step by step. We'll create the recycler view inside login activity, linear layout, orientation will be vertical, recycler view. Okay, so recycler view dependency is not there. We'll add the dependency, recycler view dependency, and you will get it here, recycler view. Okay, it's v7.28, so I'll add the dependency in my project. Okay, now I'll sync the Gradle. Okay, so dependency is added. I'll go to my login activity, and here I'll add recycler view, match parent, wrap content, then recycler view users. Okay, so I guess we are done. Okay, and you can see the preview. It's occupied the whole list. Okay, now we'll go to our class login activity, and here, like as you are aware that we are using butter knife, so we'll initialize butter knife here, and we'll use butter knife to do the referencing. So recycler view users, bind view, recycler view users. Okay, so we are done with this. Now we'll do one thing. um, as we are done with the binding of recycler view, we need to set linear layout, layout manager, new linear layout manager, get application context. Okay, so this thing is also done. Now cycler view, there is some set item or add item decor, new divider item decor. So what are the parameters needed? Okay, one is the context and second thing is orientation. Okay, orientation it's saying orientation is vertical. Okay, so we have added the divider as well. Now we'll need to set adapter. So but as we don't have adapter here, so I'll create the adapter first. We'll create and login adapter, adapter. Okay, so before creating adapter I need to create the item holder. Extends recycler view, view holder, and constructor, and then extends recycler view dot adapter, and that too of type item holder. Item holder. Okay, we're done and we'll implement these methods. Okay. So here we'll create one array list of users which we are passing to this adapter users, and that's it. We'll create one constructor. Constructor is done. We'll send the size to the get item count. Now we'll need one layout to show on our list, on our recycler view. So we'll create one item layout, item underscore login. Okay, yes, linear layout. Oh, I have created on different uh, I use a directory, so that's why it was selected. I need to create under, it will be a layout, so I'll need to create under layout folder and layout resource file item login with the parent. The layout should be linear layout and orientation will be vertical. Okay, so here I'll make it as text view, match parent web content, text view, username which we are going to display, text size should be 18, and then text color will be black. Okay, so we are done. Now we'll go to our adapter class here. So from here we'll get view. We need view first to from layout inflator dot from view group dot get context dot inflate. We need to inflate, we want to inflate this layout. R dot id dot item inflate r dot layout, sorry, r dot layout dot item login. Then we are passing view group. That's it. And here we will pass the new item holder with. Okay, that's it. We are done for on create view, and here we'll find. We'll take out user from the list. Users dot get of index I. So we got the user, respective user, and then we'll set the we'll do the binding over here, and that is holder dot text view. Okay, so we didn't add it here. We need to create one like text view, and it will be of username, and then text view username equals to find view item view r dot id dot text view. Okay, so we have given the reference here, and we'll do the binding here, that is holder dot text view dot set text user dot you get username. Okay, so we are ready with our adapter class here. Now we'll go to our login activity, and we'll set we'll create one array list of type users, and here I'll create allocate you I mean I'll do the allocation to the user list, and then I create the adapter. So adapter, which one? Login adapter, variable adapter, and we'll do the initialization of that adapter variable here, login adapter, by passing users list. Okay, so we are done with the adapter, and we'll assign adapter to our list. Set adapter. Okay, so we are done with our recycler view setup. Now we need to implement our view interface. Login view interface implements login presenter dot view, and there are these many methods which we need to implement. Okay, so here in the update adapter, I'll give users as users. So I'm just giving, okay, so my users has been updated, adapter dot notify data set change. So as my list is gonna change, data inside the list is gonna update, so I'm notifying my adapter that the data has been changed. After that, I'm passing toast to here, and will show whatever the message my presenter will be passing to activity, we are showing it to the user. Show loading and hide loading. So we'll do one thing before, like just after the butter knife, I'll create one progress dialog here. So progress dialog, progress dialog. This on this context, progress dialog dot set title as loading, progress dialog set messages please wait. Okay, so we are done, and here we'll show progress dialog, and here we'll hide progress dialog. Okay, so this setup is done. Now one thing is remaining, that we haven't created like implement variable of my login presenter implementation class. So no, there is no button, like we are done with the recycler view, but we are not downloading the data yet. So I'll create login presenter implementation in presenter. So just before the progress dialog, we need to call, we need to call the download data. So we'll invoke, we are allocating here, and immediately below that we'll invoke download data. Okay, so it will start downloading data as soon as this method gets invoked. Okay, but before this we need to, because it may gives an null pointer exception, because we are using this progress dialog inside download data from the download data. First method we are calling show loading. If that is not initialized, it will give null pointer exception. So it's necessary to call I mean, it's necessary to initialize progress dialog before calling the download data method. Okay, so that's it. We'll try running this application now. Okay, where is my emulator? It's not running. Okay, next is UX. Okay, it's quick. Running the task. Just wait for a few minutes. It's running. Grab running. Okay. The thing is, first activity is gonna call is register activity. Okay, so we might need to change that. See, register activity, which we don't want. First activity should be login activity. So we'll stop it here, and whatever the so we'll add these intent filters in my login activity. Okay, and I'll immediately run the application, and we'll see whether I'm getting users list or not. Okay, so it's running, and oops, new users list. So what is the issue? I'll go to my login activity and we'll check one by one. So here can you see, like to users, to existing user, we are giving new reference to the existing list. So that's why it's not showing. So what I'll do, existing users, I'll clear the existing user, and in the existing users list I'll add new list. Okay, so this is done, and we'll check now whether it's running or not. Yeah. Okay, it's running, so it's showing Akhil. But can you see, like we have shown progress dialog, but it's not showing. Like we have written the progress dialog dot show method and hide, but it's not showing. So what could be the issue? We'll go to like we'll go to our implementation class, that is presenter, and okay, so basically we are calling this method after, like see what happens in the this add value event listener that works on, like that executes on a different thread. So and this method, like view loading and view hiding, works on a runs on a different thread. So as soon as we are doing, like it's going show loading, and immediately it's doing the hide loading. So instead of calling this from here, as soon as we are done with these things, we'll call from the internal thread, and now we'll run the application, and it should work right now. Okay, so loading, please wait, and again. So okay, now it's showing data. Okay, so we'll do one thing, I'll add the padding to the circular view on item, because it's not showing padding 10 dp, and then we'll do the installing. Okay, now it's looking fine. That's it from today's video. If you like the video, don't forget to like the button and subscribe our channel. Thank you.